Thank you, Mark. So that concludes the opening session. I'm officially going to drop the green flag, and the next part of this conference is going to be Mark O'Brien, and he's going to talk to us about the sponsor program and kind of where we're at with that. So Mark, I'm going to turn it over to you.
Great, Roger. Thank you. My name is Mark O'Brien, and so I'm here to talk about our sponsors. We have a record number of sponsors this time, which is really exceptional. And I'm going to go through that. We did give people some different options to talk, as some people opted that they want to spend a couple of minutes. So the options for each of our designated speakers for the sponsors are that you have 2 minutes to talk about your solution and why this matters. I will tell you in general that we look very carefully at adding sponsors, and they have to be, there's several different rules. They must be committed to the 2E or the Plex software modeling tools and or the IBM I. Must definitely have a line of business or a stronger, or at least that, or a stronger commitment to that. They must also have solutions and interested in investing and extending the tools as far as what can be possible. And third, they have to be delivering compatible solutions with the infrastructure. And so as we press these systems in that are in their 20s now and try and get another 10 or more years of useful life out of them, and we're making them do all kinds of things with the web and cloud and databases and access and so forth that were never even contemplated when the systems are new. But that's kind of the common thread when you look at these. My first sponsor is Abacus. Now, some people did send me a video, and like I said, I'm having a problem with my computer. The computer audio was working fine yesterday, and it's not working this morning, as you can tell. So could I have Chris from Abacus? Would you like to say a couple of words about Abacus Solutions? And Chris is going to be speaking a little bit later on this. Abacus is a leader in IBM I rehosting as well as cloud, and they will be talking specifically about IBM has announced plans for an IBM I cloud as well too, and they will talk about their particular offering, and they've really got a whole business that they've run quite successfully around the IBM I, and they really understand the ins and outs of rehosting and or managing the hardware assets, which is something we hear from some customers nowadays. They want their developers developing new features and developing a better customer experience. Next one up is Exxon Ivy, and I've got Marcel. Marcel, are you up?
Actually, it's Tim. I'm up
okay.
first to do the
Tim
intro.
Hatch.
Yeah, yes. Hi.
Okay, great.
Hi, everyone.
So Tim, I know it's early in California, but anyway, tell us about Exxon Ivy and why are you here and why is it useful to the audience?
Yeah. Well, first of all, thanks very much for the invitation. Really welcome the opportunity. Been working with CM First for quite a long time, and excited to be in the conference. So thanks very much for the invitation, and welcome to everyone. For those of you who aren't aware, Exxon Ivy's been a leading provider of what's called business process management applications. Some of you may have heard of what that is. For over 25 years, we have over 2,000 customers around the globe. And basically with our system, our customers manage, digitize, and automate their daily business processes. And as you'll hear in our talk, more on the human process side than the machine process side. But basically we automate daily business processes. And we've been very well received, high rankings with leading industry analysts such as Gartner and Forrester. So I thought I'd throw that out. We're used for modeling business processes across one or many departments in the enterprise. Sometimes we start with one department, sometimes we're a platform for the entire enterprise. And what's probably of interest to everyone on the event today is that we integrate with multiple legacy systems and enterprise applications, both with an API when that's available, and when there is an API available with RPA. And that's a little teaser for what we're going to be talking about today. So we integrate with multiple systems and enterprise applications, and with a very powerful application builder on top of everything that ties everything together. So we build together with partners and customers custom business applications, sometimes simple, sometimes quite complex, on our product, which is called the exxon.ivy digital business platform. And these can range from small quick win applications to really large complex mission critical applications. So the industry acronym that's used to define our software category, previously known as BPM or business process management, is now commonly referred to as DPA, which is digital process automation. And in the talk today, what we're going to cover is describing DPA and how it differs from RPA, and when integrated together, how RPA and DPA can provide true end-to-end automation across the enterprise.
Great. Thanks very much, Tim. Really good.
You're welcome.
Really good description. Good overview. Next up, CA Broadcom. Familiar to everybody in the audience. You saw Diraj's video. Now, in conferences past, we've had a technical support maintenance component of people who've attended as well too. And even though we don't have it this time, we still have a direct pipeline into product management as well as into Broadcom senior management about we make our feelings known, we amplify things within the community that we hear and that we become aware of, and we'll continue to carry that message. So I'm Mark O'Brien with CM First, next sponsor. We've been sponsoring as Broadcom back to the first one. We've got solutions developed specifically for for Plex and for 2E, and kind of picking up some of the slack that in Broadcom have not, where in areas where they haven't extended the usefulness of the product. And then we also do a lot of work with professional services and training and so forth, and we're certified to be able to do that in multiple areas around the world for Broadcom customers and Broadcom. So next up is Futuristic Stemi from Italy, and Gian Domenico, are you online?
Hello to everyone. Thank you for the invitation.
You're very welcome.
Oh, thank you.
So tell us a little bit about Futuristic Stemi and what we'd like to do, what the message that you'd like to get across to everybody who's at the conference this year.
Oh, for us, it's the first time at this conference, so I have some problem to explain what we do. But we are a small company in Italy. We develop with the Plex and CM web client, and we are involved in the GIS program and the program for small business. And now we are developing some new control for web client to develop green area management software, and is very interesting for us. Thank you very much.
You're very welcome. And we've worked with Gian Domenico and done Europe specific events before, but this is the first time that they've been to the conference. Next up is Hawkbridge, and Daryl is again has been in the community for a really long time. I don't know if he's on here. He would be probably the furthest ahead. I don't think we have anyone from New Zealand, but he's in Melbourne, Australia. We're riding out COVID. Daryl, are you in this time? Daryl's scheduled to appear in a couple of panels as on some of the roundtable activities, but he's very active in with Freedom and both in the TUI and Plex solutions area, and has served as an expert consultant for several organizations in especially in North America and Europe and the UK. Next up is Help Systems, and do we have a representative, I know Pat or Dario around from Help? Looking to say a few words. Okay, I'll talk about Help Systems. They're a partner with CM First as well, and very, very well known and well regarded in the IBM community. They have a whole portfolio of solutions that are optimized for the I, and we also work with them on some of the solutions to be optimized for TUI and Plex as well. And really good company, really, really good customer support and marketing support for us. We did a joint webinar on RPA, and I think if you're interested in RPA, between listening to Help Systems and Exxon, you'll get a really, really good perspective on making that work for your particular situation at this conference. One of the major goals here is to show you new stuff, and that's a big area that you should be DPA should be aware of. Next up is New Gen Software, and Bill, I don't have your, like I said, I can't play your video right now, but if you want to give it a shot, we can do that. So,
all right. Can you hear me? Can you hear me?
Yeah, loud and clear.
Okay, great. Yeah, this is Bill Langston. I'm with New Generation Software. We are here thanks to an introduction through a customer of ours, and we appreciate the opportunity. We've not been involved in this group before, but what some of you may know, because we've been around the IBM I and its predecessor platforms for 35 plus years, and for the lion's share of that time, our focus has been trying to help a combination of technical and non-technical people get access to their data and be able to see it, share it, view it, reformat it, restructure it, present it to whoever needs to see it in about any format they could think of. And we do it all in the I environment, and that's what really sets us apart. There are a million query reporting and BI tools, as you guys know. Our differentiation is we really leverage the IBM I environment, and the security and the scalability, the data integrity that you enjoy there with your 2E applications is the same environment we take advantage of. So you don't have a more, we're constantly striving to try to figure out how do we balance giving you more and more capability, but not become one of these massive BI solutions that requires servers and databases and consultants and extra staff. And we've been able to do that pretty well, and a number of 2E customers over the years have been able to see that. So we appreciate being able to talk about it. I'm going to do a session later today, 1:30 Central Time, and hopefully some of you will have a way to break away from other things and take a look. But that's essentially our world, is helping you query, access, analyze, and look at the data, share the data, however you need to see it, without having to pull it off the I. So thanks.
You're very welcome, Bill. Hey, next up is PTC, who's been active in IBM I world for decades, and I have Don Blom here to talk about them.
Hi, can everyone hear me?
Loud and clear, Don.
Okay, you might know my product as Implementer, CM for 2E. You might have heard of us as Sylvan or MKS. We've been PTC, owned by PTC since about 2012, but we've always had a dedicated team focused solely on the development on the IBM I. We have a close relationship with CA Broadcom to develop the change management model. We work with CM First, have some mutual customers there. PTC is a global technology leader. We don't just imagine a better world, we help create it. They have many, many products. Our technology helps companies create value for themselves, their customers, and the world. Implementer is one of the leading change management solutions on the IBM I. We've been around for over 30 years. I myself have been with the product about 22 years in various capabilities. What makes us different from other change management products is our dedicated team of development and support for Implementer CM2E. We don't outsource R&D or technical support. We don't purchase third-party products to plug in. We even use Implementer to develop Implementer. This is our first time at the CM First conference, and we're happy to be here. Thank you.
You're very welcome, Don. Thank you. Next up, we have going to Central America. We have Soliza, who's been a sponsor for multiple conferences, and very importantly, they have been instrumental. One of the breakout rooms that we'll have today is a Spanish session, and we have 3 talks totally in Spanish. And tomorrow morning at 9 o'clock, I'll review that with the management at Soliza, and we'll select some of the best of the best ideas that they've had. So I'd like to hear Hugo, father or son, if you're there.
Hey, Mark. It's a son this time.
Great, you sound great. Please tell us
Hey,
about Soliza and why people should care about what you're doing at the conference.
Cool. Thanks, Mark. So, hi, everyone. My name's Hugo Rodriguez, or Hugo Rodriguez, if you want to pronounce it in English. I'm from Soliza, and we're located in Honduras, Central America. We've worked with Plex for around maybe 20 years, and we've also worked with Web Client for some years now. And at Soliza, we mostly focus on our in-house financial and agro-industrial products, but we also do nearshore outsourcing for anyone who needs, be it Plex, Web Client, or other technologies. And as Mark said, we'll be in charge of the Spanish track. We'll be doing some sessions today, later on, and also with other Spanish speakers. So, bienvenidos.
Gracias. And next we have IBM Security, and I have a couple of senior people. Ash is a senior technologist there, and also Charlie are up. I don't know if they might not be in now, but if you are here, let's hear it. Anybody from IBM here? Okay, I'll just talk through that. They're going to be delivering a keynote talking in general about security for focusing on IBM I and also endpoint, as well as Guardium, which is a solution that we have been working with on the I, and would recommend it for a number of customers. And they were, if you went to Lauderdale, we actually did a lab and so forth too at that section. But they're big, obviously. They've got a huge portfolio in security, and it'll be interesting to hear about that. And they're very interested in modifying that portfolio for us. Last but not least, so I knew that they didn't even make it on the slide here, is a company called A&I Solutions. They're headquartered in Georgia, Sewanee, Georgia. And Austin, are you online yet? So Austin will be talking about this. I'm going to have a roundtable for the pit crew and the drivers meeting tomorrow morning at 8 o'clock. And they have been a distributor of CA Broadcom and other vendors for quite a while, and they have a really good perspective on the market, and they're really good at servicing both small mom and pop customers, as well as the Fortune 100. So anyway, that concludes the our sponsorship. there's all the people. So just remember, without sponsors, there really isn't a race. And we'll keep coming back and emphasizing this, that we need the pit crew, the drivers, and the sponsors in order to make this work. And then last but not least, we've got, I just want to emphasize this. I know it sounds like a broken record, but anyway, please just remember the rules of the road here. And at this time, we'll be able to open things up to, in a couple of minutes here, we'll be opening up to the different session rooms at 9:30. And I want to wish everybody have a great time today. And like Roger says, keep an open mind and be generous in your opinions, and be skeptical when you need to be too. So I'll be back at lunch for a trivia contest, and I'll put on your thinking caps, and I'll see if I can stump everybody in the room here. So
thank you, Mark. It's really great to see all the sponsors that we have here, and what a tremendous showing that they have, and the way they've stepped up to the plate and really kind of helped put this thing together. Without those sponsors, we don't have these amazing hats and hats for the speakers, the t-shirts. I hope that everyone will take an opportunity to wear their Formula One Race to the Future t-shirt when you get an opportunity. And